Hey city boys, looking at my face right now, what kind of mood do you think I'm in? Do I look disappointed? Do I look upset? Do I look enraged? City boys, this video, I am just Saint. I am a girl that graduated a year ago with my undergrad in American Studies, concentration in law. City boys, as you guys can see in this title of this video is addressed to Kristin Gublo. Kristin Gublo. I know you'd say, Saint, if this video is for Kristin Gublo, why don't you just send it to Kristin Gublo? You're right about that, city boys. I should just send this to Kristin Gublo. But unfortunately, I do not have her contact information. So I want to make this video. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I'm one of those people. I work fucking hard. I don't try to find excuses to why things do not work in my favor. The only time I come up with reasonings to why things don't work in my favor is because the way my brain works out, it has to break things down for it to make sense to me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I'm not usually one of those people be like, they're treating me bad because I'm black. They're treating me bad because I'm a woman. But if all signs are pointing to you treating me bad because I'm black or because I'm a woman or both, then I have no other choice but to say what it is, right? So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of a story, okay? Well, I'm not going to say story because whenever you say story, it's always considered and coincides with fake or being false. This is all real, okay? Since a little girl, I would say like 5 years old, I wanted to be an orthodontist, okay? I wanted to be an orthodontist from 5 years old to 22 years old, okay? When it came to school, all right, I'm gonna tell you guys like my brief breakdown of my like school history. I got left back in the 2nd grade, okay? I got left back not because I'm stupid, not because I'm slow, what may have you. I just had a hard time reading, okay? I don't know, the words just get jumbled up in my mind and it gets very frustrating for me. So when I was younger, instead of like breathing and like, I'm not even gonna hold you, on top of it, I was in an inner city school, so it doesn't help with anything. But instead of breathing and like taking my time, my brain would just put other words in place of the words and like was mixing up letters. It was just a lot. So my mom realized the hard time that I was having, and she went to my teacher and she told her that she wanted me to be held back because in 3rd grade, that's when they start the state test. So I was held back. And from then, I had a very hard complex as it relates to my intelligence. From then, I had felt like I'm not smart, I'm stupid. And when I tell you, city boys, like, that was the starting of my whole, like, getting bullied and all that, because all the friends that I had, they left, they like, as in like, they didn't want to be my friends no more. They act like they didn't know me, they didn't want to speak to me, act like they didn't even know my name, they don't even see me, or they began to bully me. And it was really hard. It was a very dark time for like a few years, honestly, until they end up graduating. But while all this is happening, you know, I'm just going through school, whatever. I end up getting into the honor classes and stuff like that. I end up going to middle school now. The middle school that I went to is a specialized high school. Like, it's a specialized middle school, but it was like a middle school / high school. So you had to take a entrance exam to get into the school. You had to get like recommendations to get into the school. And while I was there, I had got college credits because I was taking college classes along with being in high school. So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really take my grades very serious, honestly. Like, I just like to fuck around. And then plus, like, you know, I was going through a lot of stuff at home, so I was acting out at school, and so I wasn't really focused on that. But I'm not gonna hold you. Once, I would say like the middle of 10th grade came, something in my mind told me to lock the fuck in because I had to leave my house, go away for college. Like, I knew that I could not stay home and do college at home. Like, I knew I couldn't. So I was like, I gotta do something. Like, some shit gotta shake. So I locked the fuck in and I got to work. And through all the work that I did, I ended up getting I would say it was probably like half. Yeah, it was like half. And then on top of that, I also had like my FAFSA and my Pell grant. So it was paying for like majority of me being at school for the first few years when I had that scholarship for biochemistry. So I came in biochem. My first semester, everything was great. I think I had like a 3.3 GPA. My next semester, yeah, everything is great again. Now we're on to my third semester, and now the hard time is coming because I have calculus now. We're out of the algebras and all that. I'm not good at math, okay? I'm not the best in math. So I'm having a hard time. When I tell you I'm doing tutoring, I'm doing the extra work, I'm coming after hours, like I'm asking questions. Like, I'm not even one of those people that be in class acting like I know what I'm doing. I'm in class and I'm writing full step by step so that when I'm on my own, I can do it. But it's just not clicking. So I end up failing my calculus class. I passed all my other classes. So I had to do calculus again. So at this time now I'm doing calculus and I'm doing physics together. And I was having kind of the same problem that I was having with calculus and physics, but the main problem is that I was doing amazing in my labs because I had a great professor. But in my actual classes itself, my professor for one, and don't call me xenophobic or nothing, my professor had like a heavy ass Indian accent. And I'm usually really good with accents because I'm Caribbean. I grew up around accents and all that. I did not understand shit that man was saying. The class was at 7 o'clock in the fucking morning. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I'd be in class and I would fall asleep. Because, like, it was just not it. I'm not gonna hold you. And, like, the way things are set up, if you fail the class and you pass the lab, you still fail. You have to pass both of them, basically. So, as that is happening, I'm going to Kristin Global and I'm coming to her. I'm like, I'm having a really hard time. It's literally just in these classes. All my other science classes, I am passing with flying freaking colors. But like, as it relates to sciences, you don't really get help. Nobody's helping you. It's just, you just gotta know it. And if you don't know it, then shit, fuck it. And I was one of max 3 black people in my classes. Max. For most of the times, I would be the only black person in the class. And I feel like just off of that, like, you get treated differently. And I would see like professors like going out of their way to help other people, but not give me the same when I'm asking them for help. You know what I mean? And I'm being outrightly forward with the type of help I need. I'm not just going around the bush. I'm like, I need help with this, that, but you can't help me with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was just so fucking weird. So, like I said, I keep going to Kristin Global. I'm going to Kristin Global. I'm talking to her, hey, I'm having a hard time with this. Hey, I'm having a hard time with that. Like, I need help. Like, and I'm telling her, like, I just don't feel supported in this major. Like, it just feels so fucking lonely. And when I tell y'all, like, I would be up till, like, 3, 4 in the morning writing lab reports, 7, 8-page lab reports, fucking crying because, for one, I don't understand. Or it's like, I understand and I'm doing the work, but it's just so freaking taxing. It's like, it was just too much. And it's like, also with the professor that I had for my physics lab, oh, I hated that bitch. The professor I had for my physics lab, she was so fucking annoying. And like, if you didn't write things specifically how she wanted you to write it, she would not give you full credit for it, even though you're saying the exact same things that she was saying. So that was basically something that I was going through, and I would come to Kristin Global and I would talk to her about it, and she would just basically just ignore me, ignore all my feelings, ignore all my complaints and whatever, right? So now, this is now the second time that I fail calculus, right? Mind you, I didn't even know it, but there's different courses that you can take to get to your bachelor's of science for biochemistry. You don't have to do you don't have to do calculus. You can do statistics, right? But she never told me that. So mind you, I'm now failing the class freaking twice. And the whole time, she could have gave me a class that I could have done better in. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, all right, cool. So, after I had failed calculus, I came to her, we're talking about it because I had to do my next semester of classes. So I'm coming to her, I'm talking to her about it. And this lady looks at me straight ass face. And she says, I don't think this major is for you. I feel like it just doesn't fit you. You're not a right fit for this major. And it sounds so little. But for one, if you were a person that's always been the underdog, people always saw you as lower than, or like you can't really do what everybody else is doing, it was like a freaking knock. Because for one, bitch, I must be doing something right if I have a fucking scholarship to be in this fucking major, for one. But two, it's like, you just don't talk to people like that. I don't know how to explain this. It's just like, you don't talk to somebody like that. And like, I'm thinking back on myself at that time, and it broke my heart so bad, because this is something that I wanted my whole fucking life. At this point, my whole life, I imagined myself as an orthodontist. And to have this white lady sit in front of me, straight face, sit in front of me, and tell me, basically, get the fuck out this major, it's not for you, you don't belong here. Instead of helping me and assisting me and giving me some type of guidance through this time, and actually telling me, hey, you know, you can take statistics, you don't have to take calculus, especially if calculus is one of your, like, your lower points, you know. And I remember I left her office, and I went to my room, I went back to my dorm, and I just cried, city boys. I cried, and I went onto the SUNY Oswego, my Oswego thing, where you can see like your progress, and you can like see other majors and put your classes that you already took to see how much you would need to graduate. And I was on there, and I was just going through it, because I was like, you know, I guess I don't belong here. And the way my mind was thinking at the time too, it was like, this lady is like, she graduated with a chem major, like she knows who belongs and who doesn't belong in this major and whatever it may be. And at the time, I didn't realize, bitch, that bitch was tricking me out my motherfucking shoes. The whole time, she did lead me to the right direction, because I feel like I can do way more with myself and my passions through law than I would be able to do through being an orthodontist. But that's not the point. You don't break people down like that. You don't spit and destroy somebody's dreams. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was so fucking corny to me. Like, it was so fucking lame. So, I was going to change my major from biochem to become an optometrist. Yes, city boys, I'm being actually serious. I was going to become an optometrist. But then I realized I really don't love eyes like that. Like, I love the human body, yes. I love teeth. But I don't love eyes like that. Like, I love eyes. They're the windows to the soul. But enough to do work on it, enough to study for 6 years for it, no. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I feel like the moral of the story is, city boys, don't let somebody spit on your dream, all right? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't affect them like how it affects you. It doesn't hurt them like how it hurts you. And if this is something that you've really wanted to do, this is something that you've always wanted to do, don't ever let somebody even think that they can come in between that. Don't even let somebody even think that they can move your mind to change the path in which you wanted your life to take, all right? That's something that I think about that not often, but it crossed my mind here and there, and it makes me feel sad sometimes, because it's like, I can only imagine, like, oh, like, I'd be in dental school right now, like, you know, I'll be, like, I think about that a little bit, but then also at the same time, I realize, like, my life was supposed to take a little bit of a change, you know what I mean? A little bit of a detour to do something that will be more meaningful once I'm gone. Because one of the main things I wanted to do as an orthodontist was to make people's lives better and make them feel better about themselves. You know what I mean? By fixing their teeth. But I can also do that with changing laws. I can also do that with becoming more educated to change policies. You know what I mean? So I can actually, in the grand scheme of things, really make this world a better place and really make it better for when I leave. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm that type of person, like, I want to make so much changes. I don't give a fuck if you know it was me who did it. You know what I mean? My soul know I did it. God knows I did it. And that's all the fuck that matters. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel. Fuck Kristin Global. Kristin Global, I will never forgive you. I don't hold no malice, but I will never forgive you, Kristin Global. That was an evil, hateful ass shit that you did, Kristin Global. And it was racist. It was racist. Because I ain't never seen them treat none of them white girls like that. And some of the experiences that I had in the biochem field, they are racist as fuck. Especially when you're black, they think you a fucking dummy. Especially a black woman. Oh, gosh. How could she read a book? No shade. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's just a little video. I just had to get it off my chest. I ain't like thinking about Kristin Global. I like thinking about other things. You know what I mean? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe and comment, City Boys. City Boys, I am trying to get to 1,000 City Boys. Quote the saint, nevermore.